better. Main event, Dickie Ryan and Mike White in the heavyweight division. We do mean the heavyweight division. Mike White, a big guy, could pose some interesting problems for Dickie Ryan, but Ryan is a guy who feels that he is on a mission.
A lot of things have changed for Dickie Ryan in his 5 years in boxing. Remember, at the beginning, he was a lefty and waging war with the likes of John Morton. It wasn't always pretty, but he got the job done, to the tune of winning 9-10 in his first 2 years as a pro. And it was always hate. But then he made a big change. He became a righty. And by the time he battled Sean Ayres on ESPN in March of this year, other things had changed too. Like, they improved a lot. Oh, he's the reincarnation of Muhammad, and that gets you a lot today.
The other half of this match, Mike White at 6'10". That's about as big a fight as I could remember. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Let's talk about the keys to victory, Al.
All right, for Dickie Ryan, get into the jab, obviously, and work the... I mean, go to the body first, then you're going to get a chance to go to the head. This is how tall White is. For White, the jab always important for him. The uppercut against a shorter fighter, obvious, he's got to do it. And he's got a pretty decent uppercut, Mike White.
35 years old, getting to last hurrah time for Mike White. So it should be entertaining. To tell us about it, Michael Buffett.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bob Arams, Top Rank Incorporated, in association with the undefeated King of Beer, Budweiser, presents the featured bout of the evening. This bout is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Chairman Luther Mack, Commissioners Nat Carasali, Dr. Elias Ghanem, Bruce Lane, and Dr. James Nave. The Executive Director is Chuck Minker. Physicians in attendance, Dr. Flip Omansky and Dr. Robert Boy. Timekeepers Al Bisick and Mike Lachella. The 3 judges scoring this bout on a 10-point must system are Chuck Ciampa, Bill Graham, and Al Siciliano. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Bally's Casino Resort here in Las Vegas, Nevada, let's get ready to rumble! 10 rounds of boxing. This is in the heavyweight division. The referee for this contest is Toby Gibson. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks and weighing in at an even 215 pounds. From Omaha, Nebraska, his professional record, 29 victories, 24 by KO, only 1 defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Dick Ryan. And his opponent across the ring in the blue corner, wearing the white trunks with black trim, weighing in at 277 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, his professional record, 25 victories, 18 by KO, 10 defeats and 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Ray!
Okay, gentlemen, I've given you both your instructions previously in your respective dressing rooms. Give me a clean fight inside, no wrestling. Listen, obey my commands at all times. Good luck to both of you.
So there is a look at Dickie Ryan as he tries to take that next logical step. 29-1, 24 knockouts. Mike White, who since 1985 has had only 2 losses. That's good news. The bad is knocked out both.
Yeah, he is not. The thing that's been missing from Mike White is consistency in the matches means something. Like I said, he had win over the likes of Buck Douglas and he beat Collier, which is that loses to be sir.
Somewhat a last stop for him. At least if he's going to have any chance, because he still does feel that he can be, at the very least, a contender.
Yeah, at the age of 35, you know, your options are limited in boxing in any case. And see, now, in my opinion, Dickie Ryan's making an error here at the beginning. It's good for Mike White's head initially. I think he should work the body a little bit.
Talked about not remembering a fighter any bigger than 6'10". I don't. I remember there was an undercard fighter from Colombia who was right around that. Primo was not 6'10".
No, he wasn't that big. There was a heavyweight, who also was a basketball player. Well, there's 2 tall, of course. Well, he was the 6'10".
He was 6'10", no.
But Craig Payne was, no, what was the no, it was a basketball player that we should have these things worked out prior to going in the air.
That would have been good.
We'll work this for next time.
Next time we have a 6'10" fighter, we'll have all these answers.
We'll have everything set for you. In addition to the, well, see, there's Ryan going to the body, and I think that's even jabbing to the body. Everything should go underneath with him, but there's White with his uppercut.
The uppercut is used, should be a weapon. Ryan going back up there and getting there.
And look already, by going to the body, look how he's got Mike White. Even White's landing shots, his head down a little bit already. Of course, I know, so I said that one, not scoring knockout or something. puncher. As you can see, look at his stance as he throws those uppercuts. Squared to his opponent. That's not correct. But it's been a pretty decent first round for Mike White. Able to keep Ryan primarily at bay. Ryan landed a few left hooks.
It's like a punch that he doesn't throw very much. Into the first round, and as you said, not a bad round for...
Now what?
Trying to throw the uppercut. Looks like a punch that he throw very much. Into the first round, and as you said, bad round for Mike White. Be back. Seven-inch guy who cannot dribble a basketball. White.
Talked to him today. 1 minute of basketball. It's not what this is about.
You know what's interesting, too, is he is 6'10", and he does not look like a basketball player.
No, he doesn't. You know, people assume you have to if you're tall.
I always remember somebody telling me, I used to work with Tom Snyder back in New York, and they said Tom Snyder's the only 6'7" guy who cannot dribble a basketball.
There are a few.
They were right.
Oh, boy. Now, why, can you tell me why I scored that round for White, then? Now, I'm looking at these numbers, and why did I score this for White? What?
He's big.
What was wrong with me? What could I have been drinking? What's wrong? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Good left hand from Dickie Ryan.
Yeah, but and here on the inside, there, of course, is where Ryan can make things work for himself. Now landing, there's a right hand. You know, Ryan is better as righty. I mean, he switched about a year into his career, which ironically, so did White after his first 12 fights. Switched from lefty to righty. Ryan throws the left hook better from the right-handed sense than from the left-handed sense, and that is his big punch. He is not bending at the waist as much as like that. That he did it, but now he's back to lefties.
Not too much jabbing usually. But he's crowding White enough that White is just doesn't have room to punch.
Yeah, and if anyone's going to do work, it's probably going to be Ryan. White's jab is just about at this spot. That's why that left hook able to get in there.
That's where White wants to be, and he's doing some pretty good work. Nice combination there by White.
It's because Ryan is not bending at the way you go. See an example of both men doing what they're supposed to do within about a 45-second period. First, Mike White doing well from the outside, and then Ryan doing well on the inside.
Oh, big hole.
It's not easy fighting a guy who's 6'10". It really is.
Really.
And Ryan is 6'2", but he fights shorter because he always crouches. But White is putting his head in position where that hook can land for Ryan.
But interestingly enough, it's for that reason that Ryan didn't feel that he would have any problem with White. He said he's used to punching. Nice shot, White. All right, this time I'll say it. Not a bad round for White. Let's see, White. Dickie Ryan in the corner. Pete Susan's the man talking to him, gesticulating in front of him. A reminder that the NFL playoffs start, and so does game day. Continuing right with you, Saturday, 11:30 Eastern Time. Sunday, we get underway at noon, and then NFL time, both Saturday and Sunday, 7:30 Eastern Time. Chris Berman, Tom Jackson, Robin Roberts, and the gang tell you all about what happened in the NFL playoffs.
What your 49ers did to my Chicago Bears was criminal. They should have been arrested.
49ers are second best team in the
Really,
and arguably best.
They've got, what, 3 great backs. That's not fair.
And Bill Musgrave threw a touchdown pass.
Okay. They're the second round, in which I give that one to White, so I'm in moderately in.
It goes to show you 2 Whites make us wrong.
Okay, yeah. Poor Dickie Ryan's going to think that I'm against. pretty well here when he stand on the outside and Dickie Ryan can't in. And Dickie Ryan doing it. It's a big mistake. He's just winging the left to the head the outside. If he's going to start to get beat to the body.
Right now, Ryan is letting White fight his fight.
And when he's on the inside, Ryan, there's the good uppercut. You know, we're seeing it's not so easy. This guy's huge. He's pretty strong. Not just a puncher, White necessarily, but strong in general. There's what Ryan needs to do. That's what Dickie uppercut and the right hook's the body and the left is upside. Still thinking it's the southpaw.
Punch it out. You guys are holding. Let's go.
See there? That's what Ryan has got to do. He can do it there. Look how White's missing. He's landing.
Mike White does feel he's turned things around. He's got people now that help him. He's his own guy for a long time.
You really have a manager or a trainer. He said when you have somebody waiting at him for you, you'll work that extra mile. Good uppercut by Ryan. Now this is a good round for Dickie Ryan. I think. God knows I'd go out on a limb and say that because I've been on most of the time here.
You owe him one.
I had one. And, you know, he turns southpaw on the inside a lot because he's a nat southpaw. You see him do it, and that's good on the inside.
Coming to the end of the third round, Ryan started to turn things a little bit in his favor.
Victory if you go underneath and use the upcut to the head, and that would puncture what was a very good round for Dickie Ryan, and I don't care, I mean that.
This is the fourth round. Let's see what Pong will do with this. As it was, see the number indicating a much better round, Dickie Ryan.
And 56% of percentage land. You know, you were saying this in between rounds, Barry. It would look like Mike White can push off like he did there and stand on the outside and wail. Why is he on the inside with Ryan? Ryan's making you do that. It's making, I think, a much more difficult fight for White. It's not an inside fight. It's not his game. When he's on the side, he can do what he wants. He can do what he wants there. You know, all aren't landing. Then when he lays in with Ron, he gets into lots of trouble. And that's Australians from down under.
That's right. That may count for the fact that he is by choice laying in with Ryan.
And this is very early as bout for it to happen. It's only round 4. Both these men have sparred with a lot of the major heavyweights. Ryan sparred with George Foreman.
That's because there's some loose tape in the glove of Mike White.
There you are. Mike White was also started with Foreman. Also, Ryan has worked with Riddick, Tommy Morrison, the Bounty Hunter.
Ryan's only lost to Dino Holmesy, who's a really kickboxer, more known as a kickboxer, but he eventually lost by knocking him out.
Well, White simply pushes Ryan off. He can land jab, stands and jab on the outside. Feel like Mike White almost do what he wants. He throws pitches, but he won't give himself a chance.
Bad shot.
Now Mike White needs to give himself just a little more punching him, and those punches would have leverage, but he won't do it.
He throws leaning. Now we got the Freddie Rush jumped in.
A gentleman who they brought in to work Dickie Ryan, feeling that he's been a very fine trainer with Virgil Hill. There seem to be rumors around, so you didn't get a chance to confirm with Fred if Virgil might not be as together as they once were.
So here we go. Yeah, timeout each man this round. Sue's on the right of your screen.
You throw this and spin around him. You're doing fine. But that round you're letting lay on you, push, and don't get in the chest. Punch, let him worry about it. Get your hand moving. Give him them bell step over there and then come back. Use your angle. Use your ass chopping like a trick.
He needs to do precisely what he needs to do in this match.
A lot of smart boxing guys in there.
Freddie Scotty Olsen, of course, we should. And so that's got a corner that's corner to cheer trying to win too. Yes.
Through the first 4 rounds, well, you can see close fight. Maybe not pretty, but close.
Yeah, and each man has spent time doing what they should do. There, White, when he doesn't get on the inside, can do what he wants, landing. There he is landing. And Roger to not hold those shots, not worry about pulling on to White. There's the hook. That's
again inside now. White holding on.
And beautiful move by Dickie Ryan. Should they want to do this move to get himself into the throw? Now he'll make that hook again, Ryan. Watch.
Took a hand from White in there. White just doesn't have punching power, though, especially in close.
No, he doesn't, and that negates it when Ryan there. Mike White's never been known as a big puncher. Scored some knocks today. He got the likes of Holman, journeyman heavyweights. Here's where Ryan needs to get that hook going. He landed at 4.
And once again, the tape is loose. This from Mike.
And I'd say we've already probably broken the records 1991 in stoppages of action for tape.
So.
3. I think the previous record was
held by me.
Yes.
Quite an honor, I think, for Mike White.
Yes, I'd be honored if I was it. No, I think that this is a fascinating match, much like the one we had before with Rodriguez and Mayweather, where it's really there to be won by either man. They're of equal ability, and I didn't agree with who the judges won the last one, but nonetheless.
Well, and to belabor that point a little bit further, I think that much as Jeff Mayweather caught attention to the judge, I think Dickie Ryan would in his fight. The reason for that is I think Mike White is laying on Ryan a little bit more. Again, they don't have benefit of the numbers that we from punch profile. It looks like Ryan is doing more perhaps than he is.
And in this, and here we see White could do anytime he felt like. They got nailed with a took by Ryan. That was one. He could do this all night. I mean, nothing without Mike from doing this.
Whether he pushed off,
he's gonna get hip hooks like that occasionally. But in the meantime, he's going to land a lot more punches, so Ryan doesn't hurt him with that shot. Look at White. You can see he's tired.
Yeah, he really is very lazy with his punches. That uppercut was very lazy.
And here's a round he showed what he could do. Look, from the outside, nothing that Ryan can do really stop that.
You know what it really does look like, too? It looks like Mike White is a guy that if he'd have really gotten started with boxing people early in his career, he really might have to, because he's not just a big, tough guy. He's a guy who looks like it has some skills. And now it's the name of Dick Ryan with a second step.
1, 2, 3. The round after we had left, you landed these combinations. They stopped the action tape, and with you remaining second left, Mike made the most of them. You see 2 different angles. From the outside, nothing Dickie Ryan can do to prevent this.
That's a confidence builder as we start the 6th round now for Mike White, but he looks a little tired to me. He comes out throwing punches, doing what he needs to do. Ray Tompkins, Al Bernstein, this is our main event. Heavyweights go 10 rounds. Dickie Ryan up front, Mike White in the white front. Close fight.
Well, it is. I've got Mike White ahead. I think that part of it is that Dickie Ryan, I think, has gotten into flow of doing what he wants to do as much as he should at this spot. There's White in the last round, clearly in a big round 5.
No red block there.
There are moments Ryan does what he wants. Now, there's White holding a lot. Of course, he wants to get on the inside. And we mentioned maybe Mike White is a little fatigued. Now, bode well for Ryan in the later. Obviously, just at that halfway point, pretty much.
But Mike White may be doing a little too much.
And he stands outside. A lot of those are blocked by Ryan. Plenty of them aren't. The holding, I'll tell you what, Kobe Gibson may be close to the point where he signaled Mike White in terms of a ring. Yes, there it is for holding. Toby and I did 1 mil.
That was good, yeah.
For Spock.
On that. You and Toby?
We did some more bonding there just a moment.
Right.
The run to the...
Left hand by Ryan. That drove White off of it. White comes right back. And there was a left hand. White left himself wide open. Dropped his right hand. And got himself turned around.
You get the feeling that White can do this all he wants. Probably isn't going to knock out Ryan. And Ryan's keep cranking those left hooks. That's part of the intrigue of this. On a decision base, Mike White looks to me like he might be the guy to get this if he keeps going for 2 rounds. But Dickie Ryan's got a shot with that left hook. Now, see, there's the answer. The left hook's underneath, and it's going to eventually get the answer.
Ryan lead by White. Not a bad punch.
No, a lot of it landed on glove, but still it got her. I assume it did. If the punch profile is the ultimate arbor of that.
White still looks
Hey, he brought that right hand. Yes, he did. Serious.
Coming to the end of the 6th round. And it's still there for either man.
Ryan, that elicited insightful comment, Obama, for me. And no boxers took that in age lands. That's what we're supposed to say.
I think that's true. And White is watching his corner. He looks like a tired fighter. He still manages to do things like he's
around.
I keep looking at White and just think he should be stronger. His punches should have more on. It's not he's off balance, particularly when he throws them. He's in close. He does.
And they are most of them punches. Well, I have White ahead 58-56 in this top. So.
Oh, mama.
Yes, you are. With Cross America, using that whenever left hook ends from now. Ryan, go to the body effectively because, you know, that's what he's wanted.
This one's even more like that. Yeah, Ryan opens up. White really looks
out of trouble. White has those facilities. Not a great mover in terms of boxing. He's got the straight hand. He can get there, but
long.
This bout split decision written all over. Good right by White.
Ryan's a little bit tired also.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he is not that. He's had this guy leading him all. And of course, he's hit with some shots. Very tough. You got it. And White using his shots very effectively in terms of leaning on him. And it's hard when you got a guy on you all that time.
Up for 5. Tape. Crowd doesn't like it. Not a bad cut here at Bounce for this.
Very good cut. We had a nice crowd last week at the Hacienda. And the other, everybody's getting taped. Is there any, our headsets could get taped. It's going to be taped up and it's our mouths, you know.
Yeah, well matched actually. And it has interesting. White still track that. Chris Myers and Ray Miller bring you up to date on Sports Center. Chuck Noll designed today and won the Super Bowl on no less.
In that round, this man, he's sure of letting side.
That's the ways to go.
Well, there's a jab.
Mentioned earlier in the fight, it looks like it's a punch that he's just not used throwing, and I'm sure you could tell yourself, I'm going to throw that punch, or you're blue in the face, and you just never wind up doing it. It happens.
Yeah, and it's a punch you would think he'd have to have in his arsenal, and it's almost there just because it has to be there, as you say. Outside my
leading tactic that we talked about earlier in the fight.
What's making Ryan, there's Ryan coming with the left. You know, when he's inside, Ryan is a lefty. I'm not sure in this instance. Fighting as a left coming in might be a bad idea for Ryan. He did it a little earlier in the bout. And so what happens? I say it's good for Ryan, so White does it. We'll see if it's good for him.
Remember?
Yes, his first 12 fights. Look at how it's worked, buddy. I just wasn't sure which one.
It's just a different look that Mike is good.
And that's partly what I was about. And so White is doing it and getting him. He's landing that jab.
He took a left hand from Ryan there.
Yeah. The left hook.
Stays left hand.
Now see, for one simple reason. Once a right-hander gets to beat a left hook and you leave jab out there like White does, you're going to get hit. But look how he's scoring White. Not big punches, but the way the scoring's gone here tonight, I wouldn't zoom to tell you how anybody's going to score this bout.
There was another left hand by Ryan. Ryan going to bigger punches, but seemingly
and we keep about Mike tiring gold is throwing more punches than Ryan. And doing enough with that right jab in this round to really swing as much a right. Isn't it strange that it's turning to lefty to make him really fight this kind of game?
And staying with it.
Oh, come on, let him go.
Now it's Ryan that's leaning. End of the 8th round, another close round. That fight's still there for grabs.
It has to go to get that left hook in. Look at that. That brought rain with it, I think.
Yeah, you could get a low blow with a straight jab.
That's exactly it.
Wait, hold on. What's the butt?
Through the first 8 rounds, you can see White doing a little bit more, Ryan with a higher connect percentage. It's a close fight.
Yeah, and Ryan's connect percentage due partially to the body work that he's done. And here, well, how does this round start? The exact same way. Now, he stays as a lefty, and it starts like every other round with him landing from the outside and looking like he wants to keep doing this, and he'll stop in about 40 seconds.
And your card, White now with a decided edge.
He does enough scoring to, now look, he's way ahead round, and he's been way ahead a minute into every round. Then Ryan comes back, but does he do enough is the question every time.
White did a very good job in this round. And it is Ryan that's doing the leading now, not White. And once again, we will have a tape problem. I think the only answer is epoxy.
I think you're right. Just glue it on, right?
Absolutely.
I wonder why that, you know, I'll tell you part of the reason these guys are sweating so much in there.
That might be the answer. Drool bibs could be the answer here.
Oh, no. I'm going to get back to the real boxing thing because I don't want you to distract me from these important points I have to make. Approach profile tells us that Ryan was outlanded 22-3 in the first minute of round 9. That's a tough one to come back from. And look, there's a couple more now.
White doing a nice job. He had gotten a second wind.
You know, it is funny when I said I thought Ryan should switch lefty. White beat him to the punch. He says, turn around and look, it's the right hook.
This is interesting that all along is saying White looks to and did he be wrong? Ryan may be in the fight.
Excellent hook on eighth by White. And White pushing him off now, keeping him on the outside. Dickie Ryan won't win out unless he really gets...
It's been a good... That was a looping right hand by Ryan that got there, but remember, that's only 1 inch.
Oh, yeah.
If your card is right and White does win this fight, make it virtually impossible for Dickie Ryan to win this fight any other way but by knockout.
Oh, the left-handed stance of White's made a big difference. But now he's laying in the inside, which he didn't do too much.
Very good round boxing left.
What was he looking at? And why didn't he worry about the guy in front of him? Dickie Ryan landing a right. I guess the tape was loose again, but I think he just, you know, go to the referee and mention it, not to look away.
And again, White starts the final round exactly as he has started every other round.
This time as a righty to go back to, because he shot lefty for 2 rounds. Now we're in the last round, different look.
Decided punch profile numbers and a higher percentage for White in the last couple rounds, while Ryan's gone the other way.
As a lefty. Now he forced Dickie Ryan to think of something. Now back to the lefty. So he gave him a different look there. Now Ryan's got to figure it out in the last round. What am I going to do now with him as a lefty? Is he going to be righty? Lot for Ryan to come out. While he's thinking and trying to make it happen, Spout may very well be slipping away from him. Oh, both men felt this was stepping stone. That, you know, everybody's all heavyweights we talked about are looking for opponents. And if you make a name for yourself, beat somebody of note, you can get a shot.
Mike White has fought a very intelligent fight.
Yeah, he really has. Against Wade, who came really to try, and who had a game plan, tried to execute it, but at times has. But there's great uppercuts by Ryan. 2 of them, one with the right hand, with the left. That's the plan, find the inside like that. But he hasn't been able to hurt Mike White like he thought. It's fascinating how much more accurate a puncher Mike White is as a left-hander. One point during as a lefty, he landed 47% of his jab, where he landed 4% overall. Not that powerful as a lefty, but he is active.
Well, he's not powerful as a righty either.
Oh, that's true. So if you're not giving up that much, you might as well be more. He's been in with some good ones in the heavyweight division. Beat Buster Douglas. Lost in 10 to Adelson Rodriguez in Brazil, and he steadfastly claims he won that one, which is certainly possible.
Again, White will end the fight by doing enough. And it appears from these seats as though Mike will end up on the long end of this. Stranger things have happened. In fact, they have already this evening.
And his edge, cause of this last round, will be huge in the punch profile. Even if his run edge, although I have winning, at least moves around.
Well, it's a good fight plan at the very least for Mike White. And for Dickie Ryan, a tough night. Good idea, but the
and maybe he did. But I just wasn't sure that he was able to do enough on the inside. And it could be very close.
ESPN, we get underway Sunday with the Liberty Bowl. That's at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Air Force versus Mississippi State. Cheryl, good job in his first year at Mississippi State. The Holiday Bowl comes your
In Vegas, all three judges, Chuck Jump at about the same. 93 for the winner by unanimous decision, Michael Way.
So the judge hit about him in bad one. It was a good one.
Oh, yeah, both men came in there with a very specific what they could win. Dickie Ryan was able to take the beating on the other side. What it really turned out to be was a great way of keeping men out.
And a wrap for Al Bernstein. I'm Barry.